Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory, the game where it's always not bright out whenever I start recording, because at this point it's just a tradition. I don't know what it is, but somehow it's always nighttime or some variation of the day-night cycle that is not bright out whenever I start recording this game. But guess what we're doing today? We're doing the thing that I promised in passing quite a while back, because I have no other ideas of things to do, which is to use up all of the oil in the Spire Coast that was remaining to turn it into fuel power to try and hit a million megawatts of power. Because after we finished the Alien Power Matrix project, we made it all the way to like 800,000. So if this doesn't break us over a million, this would be really close. So why not just do it? I mean, it's like the one thing that I haven't done yet, and that's like kind of achievable in this game, is to hit a million megawatts of power, so it only makes sense. I kind of started working on it just casually. We got 3 input pipes of 600 fuel each. I did not do any calculations. It's actually going to be a complete surprise how much power this ends up being. But that's all stuff for later me to figure out. For now, all we have to figure out is the water, which is really easy, so I can do it pretty quickly. I have the water extractors just on this side of the bridge, so as you come along, you'll be able to see them. And this actual path here shouldn't even be here, so I'll be able to remove that. And they won't be quite as snug up on the railway, because right now they're pretty close. But they'll be a slight bit further away. Because our goal is to make a lot of power, not decorate some random ocean. Alright, the extractors are firing up. A lot of them are overclocked, but I think I forgot a few. So I'm going to have to check all those and then paint all the pipes, because I've been kind of neglecting painting all of the pipes, and then we can get to work on actual production line stuff. Well, there the pipes been painted now. Let's do the heavy oil residue pipes, I guess, while we're at it. I think I'm just going to do the classic, just a level sandwich where the pipes go into the other hole or just above the bottom pipes, because realistically, not only do you not need to see these water pipes, but it also means I'll be able to just have the actual input pipes just go along these pipes. Well, there you go. There's our input. There's our heavy oil residue pipes plumbed up and colored up. And now it's time for me to call it for the night because I am lazy now. Alright, so each refinery can do about 100 heavy oil residue while consuming about 75 oil. Which is an easy way to say we're gonna have spare oil with this production setup. Which is fine, because it means that if we don't quite hit the million, we have some leeway in terms of oil. So this won't be all our production, but it'll be all these blenders of production for the time being. If we need some more oil, we have some more oil that is gonna be spare. That's basically the way we're gonna go at this. Okay, so each pipe will be able to supply 8. And we have 18, so we'll have only 2 on the last pipe. So we'll have 6 extra heavy oil residue refineries of extra potential if we need it. I think that's pretty good. Well, everything's starting to fire up. And that actually makes sense. I was confused at why everything was starting up, but obviously I'm connecting the oil up to this, so all the power is connected too. So obviously it's just gonna start producing. Like, why am I confused? Can you tell that I haven't played this game for a period of time and now it just feels so dystopian to be playing it again? I am like not used to it, even though I only took like, I don't know, a 2-week, maybe 3-week break. That's how you know the burnout was real, when you experience basically damn near instant memory loss as soon as you stop playing something. Alright, this crap needs polymer resin taken care of too, of course it does. Well, that's awesome synced away now. I'll leave the trench here just so I know where it is for the time being. The fun part, however, is the oil. Now, I don't know how I want to do this. I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do glass. I think I'm going to do a little bit of glass flooring. Just to add a bit of decoration to the place here. There's not much decoration around this area. This area does very much follow the style of just the machines are the aesthetic, but it could use a bit of work. I could definitely paint this area in asphalt foundations and it would look infinitely better. And that's definitely something to consider at some point. Now, for the oil, there's things I can contemplate. I can contemplate having it just cover this up, which would be annoying. Or I can have it be all the way out here, which, well, would be annoying, but at least solve a few issues. Alright, I'm not sure what's next, but all of the piping is done. I need some pumps, maybe. I'm not sure, we'll see. So this should be working now. Yeah, so all of this is full of fuel. Means now we need to re-merge all the fuel, and then we can send it out into fuel generators, I guess. I don't know how much fuel this is. This is 200 per minute each. Okay, damn, this is a lot. There's 18. That's how much is that? Wait, you can't have like 36. So that's 600 times 6. 3,600 fuel per minute. How much does it burn? Let's find out if it's not going to say. 20 per minute. Realistically, probably going to fully overclock, so 50 per minute. 50 per minute for 625, so 3,600 divided by 50 per minute. That's 72 times 625. 45k. That is not much, actually. I was hoping for more. But it might cut it. Because, as you have to remember, we have, like, plus, I don't even know anymore, plus that times 6, 180% boost. So, I don't think it's gonna cut it, but I think this will do the bulk of the work, and we can maybe do the last bit off of coal or something. Because we still have a lot of coal around. And one long session of piping later, we have more of this done now. So all of the fuel pipes are done. And just now realized I forgot to actually paint these ones over here. And I forgot to connect them too, apparently. Now that looks much better, with all the pipes actually painted properly. I have a sneaking suspicion I should make a blueprint designer for this. I think this will work. So, what I did not calculate, obviously 600 divided by 50, that's 12 long each. I guess that will work. You know, that's the nice thing about being this stage in the game, is that I actually can use blueprints and they're not just a complete waste of time, because they're actually big enough. That's the downside, is you never really get to use blueprints until you don't need blueprints anymore. It's like kind of sad. I think I should just leave this disconnected for now, just so we know how much raw power we're producing at the end of all of this. There's the first one connected. Let's get the second one. I don't think we'll have too many issues, even if there aren't pumps for this. Hopefully. I don't know for sure, obviously, but I'm just kind of hoping it doesn't have too many issues. There's a lot of weird issues with pipes, some of which are actually intentional, but just really annoying, like the fluid sloshing around. But that's known, and that's been known. It's just I don't care to do anything about it. Now this is slowly going to start firing up. Hopefully more than just 2,500, because this is depressing. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep building more of these segments, because we're going to need more of them. Well, it seems like 6,000 megawatts, not overclocked for the record. We need to fully overclock all of these. But not overclocked, it seems like 6,000 is the magic number, which means once this hits 18,000 megawatts, that means everything is good to go, and we can start overclocking, which is good to know. I love the sound of them starting up. The fuel generators have such good sound design, it's incredible. Alright, all the things are piped, everything is starting up. It's not yet started up, but it's not the end of the world. Everything should, in theory, work. I need to go get more power shards, though, because I only have 95, and that's not going to cut it. And I have none in the depot, because I don't think I ever depoted them. So, I have to go all the way back to base to get some power shards to finish this. But hey, it's done, technically. I just have to overclock everything. I guess I'll just... Actually, what is this train and where does it go? I was gonna say I'm just gonna wait for this train, but I don't actually know where this train goes. Skabed, which is... Oh, yeah, it goes to the base. Perfect. Well, let's just get straight into it, which is we need to overclock all of these. 18,000. That checks out. That means everything is working. Boom! There you go. 45,000 capacity. That actually was not that much effort. I expected this to take way longer. I did this very lazily and like only working on it for like 2 hours a day across like a week while also recording something else at the same time. I've been alternating every day. I've been recording, like swapping games I'm recording. I'm recording this and something else at the same time. So I've just not been doing long sessions on either, and it's been like really unproductive. But it's nice to have this one done now, because I wanted this one to be out first, and now it will be, so. Let's connect it, I guess, and see how much power this is total. Everything is stable for the time being, so this is the best chance we have. Currently, we are at 830-ish, 820 actually. 950, okay, it's not enough, but that's like 130k increase. Should I end it here? Or should I actually try and get more power? Wait, I have nuclear I can take advantage of, right? If I'm not mistaken, I discovered a mistake in my nuclear plant that would let me get a little teeny bit more. Don't I have a thing where some of these aren't overclocked properly? I know I have the thing where they're all at 240%. But for some of these, not. I remember something. Yes, these last ones in line are not overclocked. I said I would never need this, and technically I don't, but I want 1,000,000 megawatts, so this is where it comes in handy. Let's see, how much will this push us to? Worst case, we can push all of them to 250, although that's not a smart idea. 990, 992, it's so close. The reason I didn't want to do 250 is because it takes the full 600 water. I mean, I'm sure I could like squeeze it over just barely with like maybe some more geysers or something, but there you go, 1,000,000. I will do it properly and do all of these to 250 though, so yeah, no, it is what it is, but we are officially over 1,000,000 megawatts of power. Boom! Everything is fully overclocked now. Not that I wanted it to originally, but hey, we are now over 1,000,000 almost all the time. It does drop sometimes, but that's just because I have so much swing on my power grid that like this slightest change, it just tanks it like 50,000 megawatts. But we are over 1,000,000 megawatts like 90% of the time, so you know what, I'm counting it. There's 1,000,000 megawatts done with, the game done with pretty much. I mean, this place needs a bit of decorating, but I'm sure I'll do that eventually whenever I probably next hop onto this game, because I'm sure I'll return to it at some point. But there you have it, here's a wonderful thing. So yeah, there is our wonderful fuel power plant.